We all have opinions, we all have suggestions, ideas, and different things, but you cannot pit human rights of people against each other. You know, somebody might have a right because they have certain, disability issues, and I have a right with my guide dog and so on. However, the solution isn't to pit me against them. The question of balancing rights or pitting one person against another person. The employer's duty is to accommodate that person that has a disability so that he or she can provide a service that is customarily available to everybody in the public without any discrimination being involved. You may have to spend a bit of money so that I can be served properly at a bank counter. You may have to spend a bit of money so I can, take any taxi in the fleet. That's just the way, business is done in Canada. But the human rights of guide dog is something that my peers and I have been working on for years now, and this is not a new problem to us. Graham has had, I think, guide dogs for the better part of 50 years, is it, Graham?
Yeah, 51.
51 years.
And he's only 20.
And yeah. And I'm on my 4th guide dog, so it's been well over 30 years. So, as part of that guide dog lifestyle, if you're going to have a guide dog, you are going to have to educate, you are going to have to have problems, you may have to litigate, but people need to understand that you have to do it though. The reason we're changing things is because a few of us have decided to say we've had enough and it's time to make them squirm over giving us access problems. In other words, don't be afraid to lose. Like I said, the best thing that ever happened was Graham losing. Do not be afraid to lose, because even if I had lost a few weeks ago, I told myself, it doesn't matter to me. If I lose, I still win. I dragged them through a process that cost them probably well over $15,000 or $20,000. Even if they had won, they would have lost. As far as I'm concerned, all the people that have dealt in Graham's case, they've all lost. They all wish they had been ticketed $280 at the beginning, and none of this would have happened.
And that's what should have happened.
And that's what should have happened, and I would have been happy. If we get refused access or service, I think any of these people would, if they knew what was coming their way, any of them would be glad as heck and probably pray for the next 100 years in church that they only pay $280, for this, the way things worked out. But if blind people are going to, make headway in this arena, we have to stand up for our rights. Your rights have to be fought for. They're not going to be given to you. It's you can't just say, oh, it's on paper, it's going to do the job. That's a false thinking. There are times when, and we've learned this the hard way, there are times when you just have to stand up and make a bit of noise. It's not easy, it's not comfortable. It does involve time, it involves getting people to help you fill out forms sometimes. It's all on, no one ever said it would be fair. But you do have to push through through the process and make the system accountable. And I think at the moment, we're here in Victoria having this meeting. If anybody calls a taxi in yellow taxi, I guarantee you probably wouldn't be refused. It's probably one of the more accessible taxi companies in town now. So that's the way you make progress. You have to challenge these things. And
It's also important to remember that actually the Guide Animal Act, which became the Guide Dog Service Dog Act, came about as an alteration to the blind person's access right of people. So we're not talking about the dog here, we're talking about people's rights.
I'll just repeat
I was
that.
refused the cab, not my dog.
It is a point.
But it's a very important legal point. Right?
It is.
The dog is not just a piece of equipment
That's right.
that I choose to use.
Yeah, no, very good, Graham.